Hello everyone. Today I'm doing a plant unboxing from an order from Pita's Planters in Dallas, Texas. And I also have my Grow Folds t-shirt on from my friend Richie at Grow Folds on YouTube. But yeah, let's get into the plants. So this is going to be a little different than my usual plant unboxing, and you'll see why in a moment when I open the plants. But shockingly, none of them are Aglaonemas, which people will probably be surprised that know me really well. They are two plants of the same genus, however. They're actually the first plants I have ordered from Pita's that are not Aglaonemas. So I think we'll start with the big one first. I can see right away that my plants were packaged by Aubrey, and this one says, "Careful, very pokey," if that gives any clues as to what might be inside that box. And this one says, it says Aubrey with a smiley face, and then it says no Aglos, question mark, exclamation point. They know me so well there. But yeah, let's open the big guy up first here, the pokey one. I guess we don't really need this anymore. And oh, that's funny. The little pokies have little cotton hats on them down in there too. It is very pokey, by the way. So I can totally understand that they would have those covered up. I'm making a video. Let's see. That's Brian coming home from work. Let's see here. How are we gonna get these opened? It's actually a little bit easier to open because there's not so much foliage to be all packaged up in there. Look at the little hats. It's so funny. And yes, you can see underneath there, it is very pokey. So I can totally understand why they would have those wrapped up like that. Through that box, and now I have nowhere to put the little cotton stuff that I'm unpacking. So this first one, I might actually have to take all the cotton out of the pot to really be able to see this very well. This first one is a walking Sansevieria, and I believe the actual name for this plant, it's like a Sansevieria pinguicula, I believe. But most people just call it a walking Sansevieria. And the really cool thing about this one is it will get little pups like any Sansevieria does. But this one will actually get little pups on little floating tendrils, kind of. It doesn't have like the underground rhizomes like most Sansevieria do. So it is almost like a spider plant. Just think of how it gets like little stems or branches with like the little babies on them. And then what those baby plants that are floating in the air then proceed to do is they put down roots in search of finding the ground, and then they will go down and down until they find the ground and root into the ground or into the substrate. So I actually saw one of these on the YouTube channel Philly Foliage. The guy Nick on there had one, and I had heard of them before, but I never realized how really cool they look. So you'll almost want to put them in like a shallow but wide planter once they start getting their little pups, because yeah, they'll just sprout a pup like a few plant lengths away, up in the air, and then the roots grow down until they root into the soil or substrate that they're growing in. So again, that one is Sansevieria pinguicula, or the walking Sansevieria, and it is very, very sharp. It's making a new little leaf down in there. So that is one that I've been wanting ever since I saw that video on YouTube and saw how cool they are, how they reproduce. Almost reminds me of an agave, like how it's very needle sharp at the edges of the leaves, very pointy and pokey. And then the little one here I've also been wanting for a while. And this one I partially wanted because of the name. This is another Sansevieria. It is a hybrid, like a newer hybrid. I'm not sure how long it has existed, but the name of this one is actually Sansevieria Lady Gaga. So first I wanted it because of the name, because I love Lady Gaga. But then I started looking up videos of this one on YouTube and looking at pictures online, and it is really cool when it matures. So this is going to be just a little tiny baby at the moment here. It's like a 2-inch planter that this is growing in. So when this matures, well, why don't I show you the plant first, I guess, here. It's just a little tiny baby at the moment. That lighting's never amazing from that direction that I film in. So it's just a little 2-inch baby. And it's like a star form Sansevieria the way it's shaped. And then it has the like kind of flat but curled leaves. It's got kind of a cool pattern, kind of red edges. Wanted to see how pokey it was. It's not super pokey yet. I feel like as it matures, it will get more pokey though. So as these mature, I've seen them in videos as big as maybe 2 feet across from side to side. And so these leaves, or whatever you call them on a Sansevieria, I guess leaves, they'll get bigger and bigger and longer, and they curl. Like, you should definitely Google this. It's a really neat looking plant. And it reminds me of like some kind of Dr. Seuss creation. Like, it just gets like these big, long, curled leaves with like a pointy at the end, and the patterning on the plant and the red edges. And so I'm very excited. I'm not sure how fast it will grow, but I'm really excited to see what this is going to look like when it matures. So again, this one is the Sansevieria Lady Gaga. It's cute and little. And then this other one is the Sansevieria pinguicula, or the walking Sansevieria. And it is very sharp. Could probably use this for protection late at night. just carry this plant with you in case of muggers or stuff like that. But yeah, so just the two today, the two Sansevieria. And just a little update on the thrips situation. I am in the room where I discovered the thrips, in my dining room here. And while I have not spotted any thrips in about 3 weeks or so since I started spraying everything down, I still do not trust that they are gone. I will still continue to watch for them and probably be doing some more spraying of the insecticidal soap, but I guess the good news is that I haven't seen any in a while, but they do have like a 30-day life cycle, so for all I know, there could be little eggs somewhere that haven't hatched yet, so I'm still being very careful for that situation, but yeah, that should do it for today. I hope that you enjoyed the video. It would be much appreciated if you were to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.